Masturbation helps maintain health, happiness, and vitality after the age of 65. Yes, you heard that right. Masturbating after the age of 65 is closely linked to blood circulation hormones, the nervous system, and even the way we experience the joy of life every single day. And if you have ever wondered whether you should keep going, stop entirely, or adjust your habits appropriately, then this video is exactly what you need. Before we dive in, go ahead and leave a positive affirmation down below in the comments section as a way to attract good energy into your life. For example, I am deeply connected to and love my body. Or feel free to share any positive wish of your own. And do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, so you never miss out on profound, helpful content crafted specifically for your health and happiness during your golden years. Let us create a vibrant community together, a place where we do not just live longer, but live joyfully and live well every day. Perhaps masturbation after the age of 65 is one of the least talked about topics, not because it is unimportant, but because of cultural barriers, personal inhibitions, and social taboos that have sadly pushed it aside. In reality, understanding and responding appropriately to personal pleasure needs at this age is not just a private matter. It is a vital part of overall health, emotional well-being, and human dignity. Because sexuality in any form is not merely a biological act. It is the language of life itself, a deep connection between the body, the mind, and the emotions. When we continue to respect and listen to these natural signals, we are not just maintaining our physical health, we are protecting our inner world, the very place where joy, confidence, and a sense of truly living reside. Many modern psychological studies have confirmed that maintaining a positive relationship with one's own body, including feeling satisfied with personal pleasure, enhances self-acceptance, reduces social isolation, and contributes to a richer emotional life. Especially after the age of 65, when social roles shift and the busyness and responsibilities of work diminish, the need to feel connected to oneself becomes even more critical. Therefore, having an open, profound, and respectful conversation about masturbation after the age of 65 is not only about breaking free from personal shame, it is also an important step toward building a new definition of health and dignity in old age, understanding the role of masturbation in overall health. Let us explore the profound changes that happen when this habit stops after age 65. These changes do not only affect the body, they also have powerful impacts on emotions and daily quality of life. First, physiological changes. The first and most noticeable change when someone completely stops masturbating after the age of 65 is the alteration in blood flow to the pelvic region. In younger individuals, the circulatory system is still vigorous, and blood is continually pumped to the sexual organs, helping maintain tissue health and responsiveness to pleasure. However, as a natural part of aging, blood flow to the pelvic area significantly decreases. Without the natural stimulation of activities like masturbation or sexual intercourse, this decline happens even faster. This leads to gradual tissue shrinkage in the genital area, loss of elasticity, decreased sensitivity, and reduced ability to recover from minor injuries. Another critical consequence is the drop in testosterone levels. Endocrinologists have pointed out that sexual activities and gentle masturbation naturally stimulate testosterone production even in older adults. When this habit is entirely stopped, testosterone levels in the blood can plummet faster than usual. This decline affects not only sexual function, but also broader aspects of health: decreased muscle mass, reduced stamina, easier fat accumulation, metabolic disorders, and notably a negative impact on mood making. Older adults more prone to irritability, fatigue, and a lowered zest for life. Second, emotional changes. Stopping masturbation entirely does not just affect the body. It creates subtle but profound shifts in the emotional world of older adults. One of the first noticeable changes is a feeling of disconnection from the body. When older individuals continue to experience and acknowledge pleasure, even gently and consciously, they maintain a strong link between body and mind. But when they stop, that connection begins to fade. Many start to feel strange in their own skin, losing sensitivity to small bodily changes and becoming less attuned to themselves. Masturbation is not merely a physical release, it is a natural way for the body to release endorphins, happiness, hormones, and dopamine, the neurotransmitter associated with reward and motivation. Without these positive chemical waves, psychological issues like low-grade sadness, persistent anxiety, sleep disturbances, and mild depression become more evident. Moreover, the loss of natural pleasure experiences can dull overall enthusiasm for life. Many describe this state as a kind of inner coldness, not just a loss of sexual desire, but a reduced excitement for activities like meeting friends, participating in social events, or simply enjoying everyday pleasures. Third positive changes, when handled properly. However, not all changes are negative. If you understand the nature of these shifts and know how to adjust your mindset and lifestyle, you can absolutely transform these challenges into opportunities for deeper emotional and spiritual growth. Stopping masturbation does not have to mean emotional decline. On the contrary, if sexual energy is consciously redirected into positive activities like gentle exercise, meditation, creative arts such as painting, playing musical instruments, or writing, or joining social groups, older adults can rebuild a profound, healthy connection with their bodies and emotions. Additionally, reducing automatic reflex behaviors increases emotional self-control, reduces reliance on physical pleasure to find happiness, and broadens the ability to enjoy life through a rich variety of emotional experiences. That said, it is important to remember, transformation takes time, intentional effort, and kindness toward oneself. Forcing a sudden and complete cutoff or clinging negatively to the past can both be harmful to overall health. As we age, many people mistakenly believe that completely stopping natural sexual activities is the right thing to do. In reality, the body still needs to maintain a gentle rhythm of stimulation to sustain long-term biological health. Completely stopping natural activities without providing a suitable alternative causes the body to quickly slip into a state of biological hibernation. Muscle tissues, sensory nervous systems, and local circulation all decline in function faster when deprived of regular operational signals. This is not merely the process of natural aging, but rather an accelerated degeneration due to the lack of balanced care. One of the earliest and most visibly noticeable consequences is the gradual shrinking of genital tissues. When blood flow to this delicate area is no longer consistently maintained, the soft tissues of the genitals begin to lose their natural elasticity over time. They can become dry, rigid, and eventually shrink. While this is technically a natural part of biological aging, the absence of regular gentle stimulation significantly speeds up the process. As a result, sensitivity to physical pleasure decreases dramatically, and this can have a major negative impact on how older adults perceive and experience their own bodies, often leading to a reduced sense of intimacy and connection with themselves. At the same time, the pelvic floor muscles, which serve as a solid foundation supporting the bladder, sexual organs, and part of the lower intestines, also begin to weaken gradually. These muscles play a critical role in maintaining control over bodily functions. Without regular stimulation or proper exercise, problems, such as urinary incontinence, unexpected leaking of urine, and difficulty fully controlling the bladder become increasingly common. These issues not only create inconvenience, but also lead to feelings of embarrassment, shame, and loss of confidence in everyday activities, diminishing quality of life in a profound way. Another less discussed but profoundly impactful consequence is the loss of the ability to experience natural orgasm fully. When the sensory nerves and brain regions responsible for processing pleasure are not regularly trained, the ability to respond to pleasure diminishes. In some cases, the sensation of orgasm can almost completely disappear, leaving a significant emotional void. For men, this is particularly serious. Completely stopping natural sexual activities increases the risk of irreversible erectile dysfunction. When blood is not regularly pumped into the erectile tissues, they gradually lose their elasticity and ability to retain blood, making it difficult or sometimes impossible to achieve and maintain an erection, even with medication or therapeutic support. And it does not stop at physiological function. The quality of male sex hormones also declines more rapidly when the body lacks necessary stimulation. This drop triggers a cascade of negative health effects, such as an increased risk of osteoporosis, muscle mass loss, blood lipid disorders, and weakened immune function. Finally, but equally important, there are the subtle changes in mood. When physical pleasure, a natural source of happy hormones, disappears, mood tends to darken and vitality diminishes. Older adults can easily fall into a state of emotional disconnection, becoming withdrawn, avoiding social interaction, and feeling lonely, even when surrounded by familiar environments. Maintaining peak well-being in the golden years is not about denying natural needs, but about adjusting how we connect with our bodies. Modern science shows that with the right approaches, people over the age of 65 can absolutely maintain sexual health, nurture rich emotions, and sustain the body's natural balance. First, slow and conscious masturbation. After the age of 65, the body enters a phase very different from youth, where pleasure responses no longer arrive easily or instantly as they once did. The nervous, endocrine, and circulatory systems all slow down, requiring gentler and more refined stimulation. At this point, approaching masturbation as a quick reflex is no longer appropriate. Instead, taking it slow, being fully conscious, and savoring every sensation is truly the way to allow the body and mind to harmonize together. From a neurological perspective, when we approach pleasure slowly and mindfully, the brain activates the prefrontal cortex, the area involved in high-level cognition, behavior control, and the creation of lasting satisfaction. Simultaneously, the amygdala, the part of the brain that processes anxiety and stress, is calmed, helping the autonomic nervous system shift from sympathetic mode, stress and excitement, to parasympathetic mode, relaxation and recovery. This process encourages the body to release natural chemicals like oxytocin and endorphins, our built-in happiness hormones. Oxytocin enhances feelings of connection and self-love, while endorphins naturally reduce pain and create deep feelings of well-being. Controlling breathing and movement rhythm during this process also helps increase blood flow to internal organs, improves circulation, boosts oxygen and nutrient exchange to the cells, and supports the body's natural healing and recovery abilities. Second use, gentle lubricating gel. Due to physiological changes with age, especially the drying of the genital mucosa, using a natural, gentle lubricating gel, free of parabens or artificial fragrances, becomes essential. Using the right lubricant not only reduces friction during contact, but also serves as a protective barrier for tissues that have become more fragile over time. It helps prevent micro-damage, supports the preservation of skin sensitivity, which is crucial for maintaining rich emotional experiences, and prevents unnecessary pain. A study from the University of California found that using appropriate lubricants during sexual activities or masturbation can reduce the risk of urethral infections by up to 50%, while significantly improving satisfaction and pleasure levels. When choosing a product, it is best to prioritize lubricants made from natural ingredients, such as aloe vera, extract vitamin E, or hyaluronic acid. These standout nutrients have the ability to repair damaged tissues, restore natural moisture, and help fragile skin areas maintain the necessary elasticity. Third practice, gentle pelvic floor exercises, light Kegels. The pelvic floor muscles are a key group responsible for controlling the bladder rectum and supporting sexual function. As these muscles weaken, the risks of urinary incontinence, erectile dysfunction, and diminished sexual pleasure significantly increase. According to a study published in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy, practicing light, properly executed Kegel exercises every day can strengthen the pelvic floor muscles by up to 60% within just 12 weeks. By gently contracting and releasing this group of muscles in a controlled cycle and committing just a few minutes each day, You can not only improve physiological function, but also enhance your sense of bodily mastery, an important foundation for confidence and comfort in all aspects of life. The most crucial factor is perseverance. Just like building strength in any other muscle group, strengthening the pelvic floor requires time and consistent effort. But the reward a stronger body, better control over physiological functions, and a vibrant spirit will be well worth every bit of energy you invest. Fourth, boost foods that support hormone. Health nutrition serves as a solid foundation for maintaining hormone balance in older adults. As we move into this stage of life, natural hormone production begins to decline, making the choice of food a critical strategy to help the body maintain lasting vitality and vigor. Fatty fish such as salmon, sardines, and mackerel are excellent sources of omega-3 fatty acids, essential nutrients that not only help reduce hidden inflammation in the body, but also stimulate natural testosterone production. In addition, avocados stand out as a superfood packed with high levels of vitamin E, potassium, and monounsaturated fats, all of which contribute to improved blood circulation, hormone balance, and overall health. By supporting cardiovascular health and protecting cells from oxidative damage, avocados become powerful allies in the journey of sustaining natural hormone levels. Eggs are another food that should not be overlooked. They offer a complete source of protein and natural cholesterol, which are the foundational building blocks needed for synthesizing sex hormones. Eggs provide the raw materials your body needs to continue producing testosterone and other critical hormones steadily, even as natural endocrine processes slow with age. Additionally, dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, and broccoli supply the body with large amounts of magnesium and potent antioxidants. These nutrients help combat oxidative stress, a major cause of hormonal imbalances and accelerated cellular aging. However, to achieve long-term benefits, it is equally important to minimize the consumption of processed foods, refined sugars, and saturated fats. These elements not only trigger systemic inflammation, but also directly disrupt the function of essential hormones, leading to quicker declines in both physical and mental well-being. Fifth, cultivate positive emotions. One of the most practical ways to nurture emotional health is by participating in age-appropriate social groups, art classes, book clubs, Tai Chi groups, or community activities. Positive social relationships not only help reduce the risk of depression, but also stimulate the brain to produce oxytocin, the hormone of connection and joy. Moreover, engaging in small creative activities like painting, journaling, or playing a musical instrument has similar effects on the brain as meditation. These activities improve mood, boost neural flexibility, and encourage a spirit of exploration and creativity, key ingredients to keeping the soul youthful, regardless of age. Meditation, even for just a few minutes a day, can dramatically reduce stress, hormone levels, enhance focus, and replenish mental energy. Mindfulness meditation in particular has been shown to increase cortical thickness, improve memory, and heighten the natural ability to experience pleasure, contrary to popular belief. Complete abstinence is not always the best approach for health in old age. The truth is much more subtle and deeply human. The most precious thing we can maintain after the age of 65 is not just physical health, but a profound and natural connection with our own bodies. A connection not dictated by hurried habits or shame, but nourished by mindfulness, appreciation, and self-love. There is no need to seek out complicated solutions or fight against the natural rhythms of life. Simply choosing to slow down to feel deeply, to listen to the body, and to preserve the natural biological rhythm is already the key to maintaining vitality, energy, and pure joy throughout your golden years. Remember, every conscious, loving moment you spend connecting with your body is a moment where you are planting seeds of health, happiness, and lasting longevity. Before we wrap up this video, leave a positive affirmation in the comments as a gift to yourself. For example, I honor and nurture my body every single day. Or feel free to send any positive wish you want into the universe. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so we can continue this journey together, taking care of our health and uncovering the profound beauty of life during the golden years. Let us build a community filled with vibrant energy, love, and wisdom. See you in the next video, where we will continue to live a healthy, complete, and deeply inspiring life no matter how many years pass.